We're at Hollywood Bets Durbanville for Betway. Betway is weighted to win. Welcomes everybody. This is a 9-race program. It's time for Bipots race number 2, and it's a maiden class field that goes over 1,400 meters here. Just in terms of the second race on Friday when doing the show, so that you guys are aware, number 7, Get Impressed, is favourite at 5-2. Number 1, Apache Chief, is the second choice at 28-10. The Crawford stable has been in very good form at the moment. They're starting with a run right now, and Speed Racer is the third choice at 4-1. That's the top end, but it's an early look at it, Daryl. So just to get an idea, what do you? I see Justin Snaith got the favourite, and I see in your bipot you put him another horse. How are you, Daryl?
Fine and you, thank you.
I see you put another horse if he's in the bipot at any price.
Who's that?
Get Impressed, I think you did.
I'll put 2 runners, 1 and 7.
1 and 7.
Get Impressed last time out. I think the draw played against him, Clyde, because Grant wanted to hold his position and he bounced him, and then he just took hold of the bit and he was over racing. So I think he can be ridden more patiently from a wider barrier position. So he can certainly get it right. He's shown enough. On paper, there's nothing separating himself and number 1. That's Apache Chief on the Lexicon point run. Now, obviously, Get Impressed has got racing fitness on his side, but Apache Chief's got Richard Free from a 1 draw. So 1 and 7 for me, Clyde.
Just those 2. Okay, 1 and 7 from Daryl. Darren, good morning to you then. And your bipot choices?
Clyde, I actually liked number 2, Go It Alone. I saw the comments. They say nice type, each way chance. His debut behind Future Variety was very eye-catching. That was back in April. And his second start, he was odds-on favourite, and something was amiss where he ran 12 lengths back. He returns after a break. The stable seems confident on their comments, and Gavin Lorena takes the ride. Now, the obvious 2 to include are Apache Chief and Get Impressed. They ran behind Lexington Point, a short head separating them at the line. So there's nothing between 1 and 7, but I thought the 2, the horse to beat if near fitness.
Well, that's the situation from both Daryl and Darren. We have got a bipot figured out for you, and this is the running of the second race. So let's get them on. The second is due to run at 1:15. This is a maiden plate over 2,000 meters right now, and it is time for place accumulators where this hottie's running here called Fudra. It's priced up at 13-20 at the moment, and then you get 3-1 about Epicleros as the second choice. Daryl, is that David?
How much you got in your bank right
but
now?
Not at 13-20.
How much do you have in your bank? Or how much can
Nothing.
you get hold of?
Can't get hold of nothing and can't get hold of...
Because at 13-20, you're going to be taking 6.5 to 10. And this horse is going to start 1-3
Sure.
and win hard hold. This is an unbelievable price. I actually saw them open at 7-10. Clyde, we all know who he's related to. Hawam, Golden Ducat, I mean,
Yeah,
Rainbow
beautiful.
Bridge. The sire, Fire Away, I believe was Amala, 1,700 meter horse. He's going to love the step up in trip. And look who he's taking on, with all due respect. Epicleros is very, very one-paced. I know she's getting a bit of pudding because she is a filly and she's getting 3.5 kilograms. But to be honest, I think if she got 10 kilograms, she'd still get beaten. So for me, very, very hard to beat. And I think you can follow this horse, Clyde.
2,000 meters for the first time. So very confident about Fudre. Hard to beat here. Darren, I'd imagine you're on the same story. Take the 6-10.
Yes, Clyde, definitely. You know, he's got absolutely nothing to beat. He was really eye-catching on debut. He only got into the race when the race was over. And last time out, he was just a little bit one-paced because they out-sprinted him late. The step up in trip's going to be ideal, and I think he'll prove a runaway winner.
Darren, okay. So Darren's worked out, as has Daryl, that this is going to be very hard to beat. And as you can see, there's the display of what and why, etc. And there's a place accumulator that will be put up shortly as well. You can look at the PA that comes from Daryl Marie's side, and that's the way to play this afternoon. Third race, we should be running it around 10-2, so let's get on now. Good. Thank you for coming back to us. Now it's a pick six race, and it's over 1,600 meters. And this particular event's a class 4 for fillies and mares. On the Friday, they're all running. All 9 are going to the gate at this point in time. We have a look at the Betway market just to see what's going on. It's 18 to 10 about this horse, number 9 on the card. Trip to Maputo, or Maputo, whichever you prefer to pronounce. And the 6 Island Treasure is the second choice at 9 to 2. And you can get 7 to 1 about number 4, Dual Agent. I'm starting to go straight to Darren Burrows. Darren, give me an idea about the current favourites, and if you like or not, what's the plan? Should we be bankering in our pick sixes, all that sort of stuff? What's your idea?
Clyde, I thought Busy Lizzie very hard to beat at 8 to 1. I've opted to have a bet on her, each way bet at her current price. She's a miler, and she's been campaigning over 1,100 meters. Now, have a look at her 2 comeback runs. First run back, beaten 2 lengths by Unconquerable Lady. And last time out, second run after a rest, maybe a bit flat, 5 lengths off Double Grand Slam. I just get the feeling she's going to peak. The stable's well, and I think Gavin Lorena could bring her home.
Yeah, and she'll enjoy the extra going the 16. She won a mile before, so last 2 runs obviously too short for her. Your side, Daryl?
Yeah, Clyde, strictly on paper, she is held by Island Treasure and Cloud Chaser. But, yeah, it looks like she's ready to perform well, and she does have the potential of reversing the form. Cloud Chaser is another one, number 5, that's going to appreciate the mile. She's 1 from 1 over the course and distance. So I think she will improve on her latest efforts. If you just watch, I know the field was shallow, that Trip to Maputo beat Clyde. But if you just watch what happened to her in running, she was 3 wide going into the first bend, and she was 3 wide the entire bend. So she really covered quite a bit more ground than anything else in the race. She's, I'm sure, going to be ridden positively from that wide draw. She wasn't laying down in the latter stages. She was actually extending. So although it looks like on paper that she's probably limited, I don't think the step up to a mile is going to be an issue whatsoever, and she can certainly improve. I mean, she's a lightly raced 3-year-old, so I wouldn't be surprised to see her go back to back. I went all of numbers 5, 6, 7 and 9.
Okay, that's what the race looks like in terms of race number 4 on the card. It is, of course, a pick 6 opportunity. Let's take a look at what the boys would like to now suggest that you do. The 4th race does run at 2. Moving on now to our next race 5. It's a class 4 fillies and mares, and it's over 1,250 meters. There'll be 11. Note that 12 and 13 are both not running, so please take out of this race in terms of scratchings. Winter rain fallen among the clouds. They have been taken out of this race. Okay, let's get to the market. I'll pull it up just to see where they are at the moment. And Vaughan Marshall's horse, Montalina's, top of the boards, priced up at 28 to 10. 5 to 1 are better about everything else. 9 Lady Lookalike, 1 Knockout. The 8 Mia's Harper. Those are, 5, 6, 7 to 1 horses. Darren Burrows, Montalina, what's the plan with this? And what's your choice?
Montalina's a massive runner. Her comeback run was cracking. She was taking off late behind Palo Queen. Loved the step up in Trip. Good draw, Richard Fourie. Mia's Harper got beat a length by Montalina in her maiden. And her last 2 starts haven't been bad post-maiden. So I think Mia's Harper's a runner. And then Lady Lookalike. The step up back to 1250 is going to suit her and the stables well. So 3, 8 and 9.
Okay, 3, 8 and 9. You, Mr. Marie, your side?
Yeah, Clyde, while I'm busy chatting, can you pull up the replay of Montalina?
Okay.
Have a look at that. I mean, it was a cracking effort. And I think Mr. Marshall's stable is going to start turning now. I think he's a stable that you can follow. Richard got a good field last time out. He was actually towards the inside running roll, and when he couldn't get a gap, he switched her out to the middle of the track, and she absolutely took off. Concern is the second run after rest, but she's going to love the step up to the 1250. So in with a winning chance, I would say. Carthera, I mean, here's a filly that's really done absolutely nothing wrong today. She's had 3 starts. She beats a shallow field last time out, but you can only beat what's put in front of you, Clyde. And she did that comfortably. She's another one that I think will appreciate the extra. Number 1, Knockouts. If you're willing to excuse her latest efforts, she has to be included. She could be a nice filly in time to come. And then Lady Lookalike. Excuse me, Clyde. My concern with her is last time behind the pens, she was playing up terribly. I don't know if she was just above herself, but she needs to get her act together and relax and get her mind on the job, on the race itself.
All right.
She could improve on that effort. But what do you make of Montalina?
Now, on that rerun, on that last run, I can't lose.
Okay. Can you get on for us?
Can't lose. What price is it? That got stuck on the rail, had to come all the way around them.
Yeah.
Who was on it?
Richard.
Richard.
Yeah.
28 to 10, 3 to 1. Something like that. So,
Thank you. Thank you, Clyde.
Well, I think based on what I saw, I don't know the quality of the field and all what you know this on the rerun.
I'll leave it in your hands. You do the necessary.
Anyway, we want to see, we need, between you, myself and Darren, we need to, is anyone a pulmonologist watching the show? Because we need a pulmonologist, we need one. Me, myself, Daryl and Darren. If you are a pulmonologist, contact me. Please, I'd like to see you. We'd like to chat with you. Thank you. We talk about a few things. All right, here's a jackpot for us. We got one, and we're going to back this favourite. The graphic here, this is a jackpot. Daryl Marie's jackpot. He's worked out for us in this particular event, as far as I can recall. And yes, we hopefully can get some. I think this jackpot's going to get a bit of money. But on the rerun, they can't beat Montalina. Six, 7, 8, 9 is a second jackpot opportunity, so make a note of that. And in terms of the market on Friday, when we were doing the show, obviously there are a couple in here that would certainly have chances. And number 1, Yamadori is the favourite at 3 to 1. Number 9, Mo Capitano is 7 to 2. And number 4, Future Variety is at 4 to 1. It's 5 to 1 and better about the others in the race like this. Darren, I'm coming to you first. Let's chat about this handicap, this particular race, which is, not a handicap, but it's the Need for Speed Sprint. It's over 1,000 meters. Just in case you don't know, they've scratched number 3 that has come out on the Friday, so you're left with 9 of them.
Clyde, it's tricky. You got a lovely horse called Yamadori. He won a cracker last time out. I was very impressed. He's got a 1 draw. You've got the Abdicator dropping in trip after the gold medallion, being gelded. This horse could bounce back. Future Variety, he would have been better over 1,200 meters. He does run on strongly at the finish. Underworld, this could be a prep run over 1,000 meters for bigger things. And then Mo Capitano is also not out of it, dropping in trip.
Okay, so quite a competitive race by the sounds of things from Darren's corner. Your, Daryl?
A comment. The Abdicator, first run is a gelding and expected to be competitive.
Yeah, well, that stable's flying, eh? You have to respect them.
Blue Holly, she will be competitive, and Elusive Winter can feature if overcomes the draw. Yeah, the Abdicator, Clyde, this was went off a bit. Come back as a gelding. I think he can set the record straight because when I saw him win on debut, I thought, sure, he has a horse that's going to go through the divisions. So I'm really keen to see how he goes in his comeback efforts. Future Variety, I think he's 2.5 kilograms better off. I loved his comeback effort. He's going to strip fitter. He'll be doing good work in the latter stages. And then Mo Capitano, I think you can just put a line through his later start. Probably in need of it, but he was overdoing it in running. That was over the 6, now over the 1,000. He can just settle better. We've seen his turn of foot that he possesses, so he has to go in. Clyde, I don't believe the race stops over there. I've gone 2, 4, and 9, but it's tricky, Clyde. It's very tricky.
Blue Holly in this class? I see he likes 1,000
Well, she's
meters.
best weighted. She's probably course and distance suited and best weighted. But she takes on some very nice sorts of here.
Yeah, they do appear to be very nice sorts indeed. Okay, well, it's going to be an interesting race. I mean, I was like the Abdicator, for example, first time back over the 1,000 in a while. Maybe that'll be the trick. Here's what we're doing. It's a second jackpot opportunity, but this is what the guys have decided for you to consider. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Nice to have you with us. Let's take a look at what the situation is with regards to the next race on the card now, the 7th race, and it's 22-10 about Green with Envy, the Dean Kannemeyer stable that Craig Zaki's riding. Vaughan Marshall's Bernard Fader are teaming up with a horse called Questioning, who is at 5-1, and Zil Morris and Brett Crawford will want to have a say. Lou Makotwa, he's at 11-2. This particular event, the running of the 7th, is a Group 3 1400. It is the Cape Classic. It's an interesting one as it's the start of the build-up to the season, to some of the very big races to come for the 3-year-olds. Daryl Maria, I'll start with you and ask you if Green with Envy is going to take the beating.
I want to start with you, Clyde. What do you make of his latest run? Because let's be honest, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. I know the track was running fast and this, that, and the other, but he didn't pick up his feet in the straight.
No, I don't know. Maybe put a line through it.
That's what I wanted to know.
Maybe,
so you're willing to put a line through it?
Remember Dean Kannemeyer's interview, which Vicky, with courtesy of Vicky, when she interviewed him prior to this,
he wasn't confident.
He just said he doesn't show much at home.
Yeah.
But there was, remember you heard from somebody, this is going to be the next Guineas winner or so. I don't know who
Cape
told you.
Derby. The Cape Derby.
I keep telling you, stop listening to people. I keep telling you,
yeah.
Stop listening to people.
Well, Clyde, we have to give him another chance.
Okay.
That was his second one after arrest. They never look at the ratings, Clyde, as he comes up trumps over here. But you know, Questioning is a high-class individual. I know he was hard-pressed to win in open company last time out, Clyde, but he's much better than that effort. Mr. Marshall has made it public that this is a very, very good horse in the making. I think Track and Trip will be ideal for him. Bernard likes to get them out running, Clyde. He'll place this horse in a great position, get the best out of him. And if you like his chances, I think, what price is number 10? Greeting My Master, who I now see races in Mr. Werner's silks.
8-1.
I think that's a huge price.
Oh.
Not much separating the two. I mean, he gave Questioning a fright on debut.
Okay.
When he on his debut efforts. Yeah, I think he's a very, very nice horse. So for me, 3-10, respect for the one.
Interesting. 3-10, respect for the one. Mr. Burrows, your lineup, your pecking order here?
Clyde, I don't know what to make of that last run with Green with Envy. I mean, he shortened 6-10 race time. He was quite far back, but he just never quickened up like he did in his first 2 starts. Maybe it was a true second run after arrest, and he'll bounce back, dropping in trip again. Hopefully he's not too far back this time from a 1 draw. Questioning, very nice horse. Impressive last time out. He didn't beat much, but he couldn't do more than win. There are others, though. I thought Harajuku, Greeting My Master, the Azzy runner Capsaicon won very nicely last time out. Numbers 5, 6, and 7 also got chances. So if you're looking past 1 and 3, it gets very tricky.
Okay, and it's an interesting race. So the Cape Classic Group 3, this is what the guys would like to intend on doing, giving you an idea. Don't forget that the races 7, 8, and 9 to come. So maybe consider pick 3s and all the rest of it, and look forward to a super day's racing. Betway waited to win this Sunday afternoon. Thank you all very much. Here in Johannesburg, closer to Monday, Tuesday, there's a cold front coming in. It does get very, very cold apparently. So stay warm.